Hey folks, Captain Jim coming to you with another ride video. This time we're in the Ozarks, Arkansas, and Missouri on the Peel Ferry Loop. Come right along. Hey, a beautiful sunny day for another ride video. Joan and I are out on the Peel Ferry Loop in the Ozarks, in Arkansas and Missouri, including a trip over the water that I'll get to in a little bit. We've been in the Ozarks for a few days. We'll be here a few more, and taking in the different motorcycle loops that they advertise on in some of their brochures. It's a good riding area. Now, as a contrast to while we were in North Carolina and Tennessee, well, the riding's better there. But this is good, and we've been enjoying it, except for the heat and humidity. But that seems ever present this time of year, anytime you're in the southern part of the U.S. When you see me making a pass like that, we do coordinate with our helmet communicators for when we're going to do that. And we had a little issue with them this particular day. They shorted out. And they're 5 years old. I have no complaints about that. They're a Lexan product. And we ordered another set from Amazon to be delivered to the RV park where we are. And I'll get those installed into our helmets, and hopefully we'll have another 5 years of trouble-free communication. In the meantime, out on these roads, as you can see, they're not as curvy and twisty as what we experienced in the Maggie Valley area. But one of the unique features of this ride is the Peel Ferry, and getting close to the ferry, as you can see there with all the yellow signs, and it is an actual ferry where you ride your vehicle or drive your car onto it, and it takes you across the water for a continuation of the highway.
What? Did you hear me?
We're getting close here, and as we stop, one of the workers on the ferry waved us forward, so we had absolutely zero wait for it. And he showed us which lane to get into. And we got on board, waited for a couple of minutes to see if there was any other traffic coming, and there wasn't. And they got ready to shove off. No, that's not rocking in the waves or anything. It was perfectly calm this day, and I had my DJI Osmo Action 4 camera mounted on top of my helmet, so any little movement of my head gets exaggerated by that. And that's looking back, and you're seeing that we have left the shore, and this thing just purrs along. It'll hold, maybe a dozen or so vehicles. And it takes you across the lake there. Yeah, it's a pleasant ride. And can't complain about the price. It's free. Here's Joan doing her Vanna White impersonation of where the life jackets and that are. There was no discussion of any of that. And we're getting fairly close to the other side. They have a system for how they go about doing it. And it seems to work well for them. They understand if there's any current or wind, how to best approach the dock at the other side. And it's two guys, a captain and one person handling the lines and securing the ferry so that they can drop the gate so that the cars can roll off. And here they've worked around and got us tied off. And instead of turning the ferry around the other way, you can see that pilot house for the ferry rotates on the structure, and then we're off, moving from the Arkansas side of the ride over onto the Missouri side. And you can see, looking back that way, that the lake is perfectly calm. And there are a few vehicles waiting to get on the ferry as it's going to head out the other direction. This was on Sunday, and I really expected it to be a pretty busy ride, but as you can see from the footage here, it was pretty quiet the whole time we were out and about. The riding is nice. It's very scenic, not particularly twisty, but there's enough curves there that it keeps it interesting. When we got to the other side, we had to decide what way we were going to take back, and so we started heading towards Branson, and having been there a dozen times or more, we decided that we would just bypass Branson, go just a tad bit south of that, and take the roads back to the RV park where we're staying. So the speed limit through most of it today was in the 55-mile-an-hour range, so you know they're not going to have a lot of tight curves and that on there. And then on that last stretch where we got on a highway to head south from the Branson area back down to Harrison where we're staying was mostly just 4-lane highway. I didn't shoot any video of that. It's a lot prettier looking at all the 2 lanes that we were on today. So that's the ride for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for riding along, and we'll see you on the next ride video.